I mean, and that even that what you just said is already a beautiful expression of this dichotomy in a way, where it's like what I see in the world, or let's say in personal development, a lot is like either this kind of like you have goals and you gotta hustle for them and you gotta reach them, and if you don't reach them, it's because you didn't try hard enough, and basically,
Mm,
you know, it's all up to you. And then the flip side, which is maybe more like the spiritual new age scene, which is more like just gotta follow the flow of life, and you just gotta surrender um, to the way life is moving through you, and everything will turn out fine.
right.
And I feel like I've kind of similar to you. I've been on both sides of these of this split, feeling like something is really often missing.
Right. And at the same time, it's natural to life. Like there is never a perfect balance in life. So it's not, we're not trying to, integration does not mean making it just perfectly balanced, because then it's dead. Balance means like it's not a static thing, it's an alive thing that's happening all the time. And there is no balance, there is balancing, there is no integration, there is integrating. So it's a constant movement. And then there is also absolutely room in life, either in one moment or in phases of life, or even in a decade of your life, for example, to emphasize one of the two more strongly. And you need to. At times I was like enjoying my floating, kind of like I have no clue where my life is going, and I had zero goals. Like literally I dropped all goals because I was not interested to push anywhere, like completely letting go. And it was super rich for me, and I'm grateful to the bones that I had that opportunity. This was like in my mid 20s, after coming out of university, and like all the conventional goals were like not interesting. And then like I think I kind of nourished the place in myself, and suddenly it came back, and I found my creativity and what I really wanted to do. And suddenly I got back into this ambition of like, yeah, there is something I want to actually push further and develop. And then since then I've been doing that, not floating, but like putting a lot of goals into it. And the older I get, the more I see the possibility to have it there in a fluid continuum. And there's moments you need to push, like then to say, you know, I'm just waiting would be completely naive, you know. And at the same time, you need to also know when something's not working. For example, okay, do I need to actually push because it's resistance that I need and it needs more energy investment of myself? Or in a relationship, I feel like I cannot just allow it to unfold, because what will unfold maybe more will be more patterns and more hurt if I just let it run and let my desires move me. Or I need to really engage and sit down and have a talk and then really look. Or sometimes we're doing too much of pressuring ourselves or the relationship, and to push further will just create more frustration, you know. And it's actually a moment to let go and to see what appears. And sometimes these phases are long, like a year or a few months or a week, and sometimes they're just an hour or a minute or a breath. And so that's, for me, it's kind of like the learning the movement of life, to see what actually am I moved to do right now. And we never have it completely figured out, but that's also not necessary. But we can be in the process of it. And then it's a bit like, sometimes I say it's a bit like bicycling, you know, like when you ride a bicycle, so pushing and receive, like action and receptivity, pushing and waiting, they're not completely opposites. Because when you ride a bicycle, there's one leg that pushes and there's one that goes up and that receives, like that goes with the momentum, and then it changes. So if you push with two legs, nothing much happening. If you let go with both legs, also not much happening. So to have this integration of two ways of responding to life, but working together in the right rhythm is what creates movement. And I think that's the art of life, I would say.